Kiitos, Rasmus. Thank you, Rasmus. I will make this presentation in English. So, Canatun vision is to make most advanced carbon nanotubes for industry transforming products. We are going through right now very big industry transformation, artificial intelligence. And Canatun is essential part of that one. We are enabling to make most advanced chips for AI. When we look at our technology and products, we are really doing the most cutting edge products, basically things that have never been done before. Like on this semiconductor domain, we are making membranes and pellicles that will allow to manufacture 5, 3, 2 nanometer chips. We are part of enabling assistant and autonomous driving in any weather, so that they will work in any weather when we are going to level 3, 4, and 5. Also, we are working and developing products for medical diagnostics, enabling fast, highly sensitive point-of-care sensors that will detect diseases as early as possible, in a way providing the laboratory-level diagnostics in any place. On top of that one, we yesterday announced that we are part of the new industry, defense industry. And this is something that I need to be very careful what I'm communicating, because I'm very limited with the communication I'm allowed to tell. But yes, we are working there in this defense industry with a global technology leader, doing the products to them. And these are protective products for the things that are having highly important information and equipment. And this our product will kind of sense electrically if something is happening there that is not supposed to happen. Our customers for these cutting-edge products are very much the world-leading customers. We are talking about, on the semiconductor domain, the most advanced foundries. We are talking about the device makers who are making these most advanced tools for these foundries. On the automotive domain, we are talking about EV car leaders as well as the technology leaders. And now in this new defense domain, we are talking about, again, the industry technology leaders. So our customers, I have been many times saying that we are not playing Finnish ice hockey league, we are playing NHL. So that's a kind of maybe the metaphor to describing this one. Yes, these things what we are doing, they are difficult. We are doing them first time. But yes, it is rewarding at the same time. Now, like Timo mentioned, we have been now in Nasdaq stock listed company 8 months tomorrow. This technology, very special technology, what we are calling dry deposition technology for making these advanced carbon nanotubes, is highly IPR protected. What we are doing here is already proven technology. When it comes to automotive domain, we have been mass manufacturing already since 2015. And when it comes to semiconductor domain, since 2021. And now, from this year on, for this defense industry as well. Our almost 140 employees represent very international team. When we look at our last year business, 24, the biggest part of the revenue came from the semiconductor industry. Like 90%, roughly speaking, came from this, making these very advanced products for this EUV technology that enables doing these super advanced chips. 10% of business came roughly from the automotive industry, where the main product is this ADAS heater for enabling assisted and autonomous driving. And we are right now investing also significantly to the medical diagnostics domain, providing highly sensitive, fast point-of-care diagnostic methods. Business model wise, we have two business models. We have had a long time this that we are manufacturing our products, whether they are sensors to the automotive domain or whether it's a kind of the membranes for semiconductor domain in our factory here in Finland. And of course, the model there is that we are getting price for selling those products. And for automotive, we last year delivered so that on the cumulative level, we have now delivered over 1 million sensors for 7 different products with no field return. The another business model, what we started actually last year, was to actually sell our tools, what we have developed for ourselves to manufacture this CNT, this very advanced CNT. And in certain semiconductor customer cases, we have agreed the business model, we will actually sell those tools to our customers that they can make certain products, especially when they are highly integrated to their manufacturing process and where kind of the cleanliness of the processes is super critical. And that was something where business model perspective, of course, we are selling these reactors, but there are 2 other important elements as well. Like always in this semiconductor domain, you have a service agreement there, but as a kind of very unique thing, we have managed to negotiate there this recurring revenue element that comes either by selling consumables to those reactors or getting royalties when our customers are selling these pellicles for their end customer. And now these first shipments, and we have been very specific with that one, 2 shipments were done last year. What are the highlights of 24? Of course, we have been already mentioning this listed in Nasdaq, and therefore we are here all together. Then sustaining our strong top-line growth. So since 2020, we have been growing roughly 100% in average. And then last year growth was something like 62%. We made these first 2 reactor shipments for our 2 different customers who are really the leaders in this semiconductor domain. We maintained and solidified our leadership position in selling membranes for mask inspection domain, making this pattern mask filters. We also invested heavily to the R&D, especially to the IPR, to continue protecting our innovations there. On top of that one, we have been building our second fully automated production line for automotive domain as well as for the medical diagnostic. And on top of that one, we develop further capability for semiconductor domain, having like, it's called ISO 3 clean rooms. That is the kind of cleanest level what is in semiconductor domain. So if you think about like whose operational room in a cubic meter, you have 10,000 times less particles that in that such an operation. That gives you the kind of the picture about what kind of the environment and room we are talking about there. And then, of course, we continued to attract the talents, recruit the new people. And I have to say that this being the listed company, getting publicity through that one, as well as having the assets, that kind of financial assets that came through that one, has helped us tremendously to attract new talents to the company. From the key financial figures perspective, and now I'm talking here unaudited pro forma figures, because that is the best manner describing really our business and to be the comparable for the previous years here. So you can see that our revenue growth was 62.1%. And actually, it's not a mistake there. We had exactly the same growth percentage in previous year, from like 22 to 23. Gross profit grew to be 13.8 million euro, gross margin being 62.5%. So that is describing that highly competitive these products, these leading edge products are on the marketplace. EBIT margin was roughly minus 22%. From the CapEx perspective, like said, we are developing these reactors by ourselves. We are manufacturing them. So this is reasonably asset-light kind of the production to develop our production further and increase the capacity there. We increased, of course, our IPR there significant manner, and we had like the fixed-term employees 30 more than on previous year. And like said already in the previous slide, semiconductor domain was the biggest business for us. Then what we regarding the 24 financial year results, our communication, like on the previous slide, have been focusing on the pro forma numbers. And they provide the most relevant picture of our actual performance. However, in this general meeting, we officially adopt Canatun PLC's financial statements, including the consolidated financial statements, which cover Canatun's business operations from 16th of September onwards and following the completion of the combination with Lifeline SPAC 1. So here are then the kind of key income statements and the balance sheet items from the statutory consolidated financial statements. And as said, these numbers provide very little information. The kind of real information is on those pro forma numbers. But we of course want to show these numbers here. And here is also then the parent company Canatun PLC numbers. Then looking forward, so our long-term financial targets in 27 is to have over 100 million revenue. So last year 22 million. So now in 3 years' time, targeting to have over 100 million revenue with very high EBIT margin there. And relative contribution, what we do see is that semiconductor domain is continuing to play the large role there. Automotive being on the medium level, and medical diagnostic limited. And from the investments perspective, getting towards those targets, we do see that for the existing businesses, we may do some new investments to some new domains there. But for these existing domains, what we are having here, we are talking about average. They are not necessarily every year the same amount, but in average like 5 to 6 million euro investments and hiring. Like last year we hired 30 people, so we are thinking that roughly the similar speed in hiring will continue here. And when summarizing my presentation here is that Canatun is rapidly growing deep tech company with attractive margins. The current estimation and for addressable market for our these focused domains illustrates like 2 to 4 billion euro market by 2030. One of the key strengths, like I already mentioned in the beginning, is that we have commercial relationship with the leading industry players, leading customers in semiconductor domain, automotive domain, and now also on the defense side. This is our unique tri-deposition method that we do, these CNTs, and we have actually even the founder, Esko Kauppinen here, who initiated all of this one in the room. So this is highly IPR protected. We have a proven and efficient mass manufacturing capability This business model enables scalable and asset light. Like I said, we are doing these equipments that make the CNT ourselves, designing and manufacturing them. So asset light with high margin potential there. We have technological expertise, very international team with attracting the global talents and like I said, the financial targets of the annual revenue in 27 is over 100 million euro and having high EBITDA margin like over 30%. So that concludes my presentation here.